You're entering a phase where support won't feel distant or abstract anymore. It will feel practical, visible, woven into everyday moments. 2026 isn't about striving harder, it's about recognizing how much is already arranging itself around you. You'll start noticing that the doors opening require less force. The conversations that matter will meet you halfway. The clarity you've been waiting for will arrive quietly, like something that was always meant to land exactly now. Trust that you don't need to outrun your life to meet it. Slow down enough to witness how much is already moving toward you. There's a difference between chasing and allowing, and this year is teaching you the power of the second. You're not behind. You're not late. You're stepping into a rhythm where opportunities recognize your readiness and come forward gently. The support around you will feel undeniable, people showing up, timing aligning, decisions becoming simpler instead of heavier. It won't feel like luck, it will feel like confirmation. The universe is removing the noise so you can finally hear the quiet yes beneath everything. 2026 is asking you to stop measuring progress by speed and start measuring it by alignment. You'll notice how things that once required effort now respond to intention. The right paths will stop hiding. Your inner voice will get louder in the most comforting way. Every sign will feel like a wink reminding you that you're not building alone. You're co-creating with something that has been guiding you all along. Let yourself relax into that partnership. You're about to experience what it feels like to be carried instead of constantly pushing. Not in a passive way, but in a supported way. Your role is to choose clearly. The rest is being handled in the background. Watch how solutions arrive before panic has time to form. Watch how help appears before you even ask. This is what happens when your energy matches your truth. Life starts meeting you with generosity. The confirmations coming your way will be so obvious that doubt won't know where to stand. You'll laugh at how worried you once were. You'll look back and realize that every delay was preparation, every pause was placement. Nothing was random. 2026 is not dramatic, it's precise. It's a year that feels like stepping into shoes that already fit. Familiar. Right. Meant. You're entering a chapter where decisions feel less like risks and more like recognitions. You'll know what to say yes to because your body will feel calm instead of conflicted. That calm is your compass now. The world around you is reorganizing to match your internal stability. As you become intentional with your energy, life becomes intentional in how it responds. This year is about noticing how much wants to work with you. The resistance you've been fighting is dissolving because you're no longer trying to force outcomes that don't match your direction. You're aligning with what flows, and flow doesn't mean easy, it means supported. It means even challenges come with guidance attached. Nothing will arrive empty-handed. You're not being asked to prove anything anymore. 2026 is a year of reception. Of letting yourself receive clarity, opportunities, love, and stability without questioning whether you deserve them. You've already done the internal work. Now life is mirroring it back in tangible ways. The more you accept what arrives, the more evidence you'll see that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Watch how your environment begins to echo your growth. Spaces will feel safer. Conversations will feel deeper. Choices will feel cleaner. The chaos that once followed you won't recognize you anymore. You're stepping into a frequency where peace isn't rare, it's the baseline. And from that baseline, everything expands naturally. There's a softness coming into your life that isn't weakness, it's precision. You're learning that gentleness can still be powerful. The opportunities finding you won't need convincing. They'll feel mutual. Like agreements made before you even arrived. That's alignment in action. This year will show you that support isn't always loud. Sometimes it's a series of quiet arrangements that make your path smoother without announcement. You'll notice fewer obstacles and more openings. Less confusion and more directness. It's not coincidence, it's calibration. You're becoming someone who doesn't have to chase validation or certainty. You're generating both from within. And as that internal foundation strengthens, the outside world mirrors it with opportunities that feel stable instead of temporary. What comes to you now is meant to stay. 2026 isn't testing you, it's trusting you. It's trusting that you know what to do with the clarity you've earned. That trust will feel empowering. You'll move differently when you realize life isn't against you. It's collaborating with you. You'll start recognizing how many invisible threads have been holding you steady this whole time. The help you thought wasn't there was simply working behind the scenes. This year pulls back the curtain. You'll see the architecture of support that's always existed. There's a maturity entering your desires. You're no longer reaching for what impresses, you're reaching for what sustains. And because of that shift, what arrives carries longevity. Your life is stabilizing in ways that don't need applause to feel significant. You're learning the art of intentional presence. Instead of rushing toward the next milestone, you're inhabiting each moment fully. That presence is magnetic. It draws in opportunities that match your steadiness. What finds you now recognizes your readiness. This chapter feels like exhaling after years of holding your breath. You're not waiting for disaster anymore. You're expecting alignment. And expectation shapes experience. Watch how your anticipation of good begins to author your reality. Support will show up in human form, conversations that redirect you, people who believe in you, strangers who open unexpected doors. You'll realize you're surrounded by quiet allies. You always were. You're stepping into a timeline where your decisions don't feel like gambles. They feel informed by intuition sharpened through experience. That intuition is your greatest resource this year. It will not mislead you. 2026 carries a tone of homecoming. Not to a place, but to yourself. You'll feel less fragmented. Less divided between who you are and who you think you should be. That internal reunion creates external harmony. You'll notice how problems resolve faster because you're no longer feeding them fear. You're approaching life with curiosity instead of panic. Curiosity opens doors fear can't see. This year is less about acquisition and more about recognition. Recognizing your worth. Your timing. Your capacity. Once you see yourself clearly, life has no choice but to reflect that clarity back. You're entering a partnership with your own life. Instead of wrestling it into submission, you're listening to its cues. That cooperation creates momentum that feels effortless. The opportunities arriving will feel strangely familiar, like echoes of dreams you once whispered. You'll realize nothing was forgotten. It was simply waiting for your alignment to catch up. You're learning that being intentional isn't about controlling outcomes, it's about choosing your energy deliberately. And that deliberate energy shapes everything that meets you. This year rewards authenticity. The closer you stay to your truth, the smoother your path becomes. Pretending will feel heavy. Honesty will feel light. Follow the lightness. You'll experience moments where alignment feels almost humorous in its precision. Perfect timing. Perfect words. Perfect intersections. Let yourself enjoy the magic without overanalyzing it. 2026 is not a finish line. It's a stabilization point. A year that teaches you how to live from steadiness instead of survival. From clarity instead of urgency. You're not being asked to become someone new. You're being asked to fully inhabit who you already are. And that embodiment is what opens the doors ahead. Everything finding you now carries the signature of intention, yours and the universe's meeting in agreement. Trust that meeting point. Stand in it. Build from it. The rest unfolds naturally.